Hi, everyone. So lately, I have been seeing and hearing videos about people, they're all talking about a very similar subject, and that subject is whether people prefer to be alone or in a relationship. And I just wanted to give my perspective on that subject because I was divorced back in 2012, and after about 20 years of marriage. So my kids were in their teens, and I had decided to myself, there's no way I want to get remarried. I just want to live my life, be quiet, be with, just live for my kids, you know, do things with my kids and enjoy them. Eventually, though, I did decide that I was a little bit lonely. I felt that I was ready to start dating. So I wanted to put myself out there. And what I did is I joined Match at that time. So Match was a good site for me because, in my opinion, everybody pays for Match. So people have more skin in the game and they take it a little more seriously than, say, other apps that were out there at the time, which were like Plenty of Fish. Remember that site too? That was more casual and more, kind of a hookup site, in my opinion. And I think that Plenty of Fish can be compared to, say, Tinder or Hinge or, something like that now. There's one called Bumble that my kids go on, and they like that one. But I don't know. They still haven't really met anybody on there, so I don't know how serious it is. But I liked Match, and there was another one too. I forgot what it's called, but you had to pay for it to be on there. So I met one guy on Match, and he was nice enough, and my kids were teenagers, and he had a 5-year old, which really wasn't a big deal because I do love kids, but we were just kind of in different phases. So we were experiencing different things at the same time. And it was just a little hard. It didn't mesh very well. And plus, two, he had remarried his ex wife once after divorcing her. So I think, in my opinion, he was still a little obsessed with his ex wife. So it just really wasn't this cozy, comfy type relationship. It was, you know, it was okay. It just wasn't right for me. But I didn't settle. So, people do settle. So then my husband that I'm married to, that I got married to 2 years ago, my husband, I met him next on Match, and he seemed like a very nice guy. He had everything, together. He had a good job. He had a nice family. He was a good dad. Things that I looked for in a guy. So um, I gave that a chance, and it worked out well. He and I dated for 10 years. So I still thought to myself, though, do I really want to get married, or do I really just want to date and just keep it like, I know it sounds silly, but boyfriend, girlfriend type thing. And that's what we did. And we did that for 10 years. And we did that. And over those 10 years, our kids obviously, they grew up, they grew out of their teenage years, they became young adults, and they all kind of left the nest and did their thing. So with him having his own household, me having my own household, and our kids just getting out on their own kind of put us in a different position where we were like, okay, this probably could work out between us. We do want to try it again. Both of us felt, yeah, let's do it. Let's get married. So, and one other thing I have to say too is that we don't fight. Like, we didn't fight. And I just remember in my first marriage, all we did was fight all the time. Everything was a battle. Everything was money, the kids, what we're gonna buy, what we're gonna do. Oh, it was not fun. It was like a lot of work. So, and I understand relationships are work, but I just wanted to give my perspective on how I thought of the whole deal. So Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure the first 10 years after my divorce. I wasn't sure if I wanted to get remarried again or if I just wanted to casually date somebody. But I did meet somebody nice and gave it a shot, and it did work out. And we're going to be married for 2 years in June. Been together 12 years altogether. And, no complaints. And I just feel like if you're single and you just got divorced and you just can't imagine yourself, getting remarried, or do you even want to do that, or do you just want to date, or maybe you just want to be alone. A lot of people say that, yes, I do want to be alone. Um, Go by what you feel in your heart, go by what you think is right. But if you do feel a little bit lonely, you always could try a dating site. Um, I just think it's harder for people to meet in real life anymore. I don't think people's jobs are um, conducive to that. I mean, I don't know. My job, I work in a bank, so I work with the same people. Plus, I see the same customers every day. And plus, they're all older. And a lot of them they're all married, they're older, you know. I don't know. So I think that if you just take charge and you just say, hey, if I'm going to try this, make yourself a little profile and see what happens. And you never know, you might meet somebody really nice. And like I said, Match was good for me because you have to pay for the site. And I think, you take it a little more serious when, you're paying for it versus some free hookup site that's out there. So that was just my opinion on that subject of, you know, uh, deciding whether to be alone or to, you know, get remarried or have a significant other. I just decided to get remarried because it seemed like the right choice for me. And so far, so good. No complaints, no issues. It's been, it's actually been enjoyable and fun. And I never thought that I would ever say that about a marriage, because sometimes you can feel very trapped in a marriage, especially as it goes on and, you start to share things and, I don't know. But it's all on how you view it. And that's just my opinion. So I would encourage you, if you are thinking to yourself, if you have a little teeny ounce of curiosity about trying a dating site, that it did work out for me. So, yeah, that's it. And I just wanted to give you my opinion on that. And I'm probably rambling, but I thought it was interesting to talk about. And because a lot of people that I talk to that are single, it's like 50-50. Some people are like, nope, I'm good. I don't want anybody else in my life. Everything is the way I like it. Or no, I'm lonely. I wish I could find somebody nice to settle down with. So that's just my opinion and my experience. So, yeah, if you have any comments to say, I'd love to hear them. And other than that, have a great night. Take care.